So, Braden, if you want to kick us off with your wide receiver 21.
I'm going to go with Jeudy as my wide receiver 21. He feels like a guy who's a little bit underrated in the dynasty community. I know last year I ended up trading him in a one quarterback league and picked up Ramondre Stevenson, which turned out to be a win. But Jeudy still had a pretty nice season in his own right. Finished as the wide receiver 21, 100 targets, 67 catches, just shy of 1,000 yards, 6 touchdowns. So a respectable season all around, even if he didn't have any, super elite weeks by any means. And with Sean Payton coming to Denver, the Broncos offense would have to be at least a little bit better, right? It can't
You'd
be much
hope.
worse than last year. So Jerry Jeudy was kind of a staple of consistency last year. And if he can have, two or three of those 10 to 12 point performances that turn into 20 to 25 point performances, I think is going to have a very, very big year. Could be a low end wide receiver one.
Yeah, I've got Jeudy as my wide receiver 21 as well, funny enough, so great minds think alike. Um, but, Braden, stop me if you've heard this before. I think this could be the year that Jerry Jeudy breaks out.
I might have heard that, once or twice or maybe 3 times. This might be
Yeah,
the third time.
it might have gotten thrown around a couple times over the years, but Sean Payton has come out and said that Jerry Jeudy is going to be a big part of their offense. And I think with Denver's offense, there's not, a ton of talent in terms of pass catchers, but Jerry Jeudy at the same time is not quite in that range where he's going to be getting doubled on a consistent basis. And so, sure, he might be getting lined up with an opposing cornerback one, but it's going to be single coverage. And I feel confident enough in his route running ability that he will be able to get open. And the 100 targets that he had last year are quite evident of that. The 113 targets he had as a rookie are quite evident of that. And it's possible that Cortland Sutton and or Tim Patrick are not on the roster next season. So that's just going to free up even more targets for him. I love Jerry Jeudy, and I think this could be his breakout year finally.
Yeah, I think all it really takes is some sign of a return to form for Russell Wilson. If he can be 75% of what he was for most of his time in Seattle, this Broncos offense is going to be significantly better than last year. And I think that it can support potentially two top 24 wide receivers, with one being Jeudy, one maybe being Sutton, maybe it's Tim Patrick, maybe it's Marvin Mims. So I think the Broncos offense, I don't know if I'd be like, woo, go buy the Broncos offense, but I certainly would at least gauge the market at the very least.
Yep. Yeah, well said.